The special Wednesday show is what you needed.
I was going to say, it's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
It's hump day. It's Ash Wednesday.
We have a smaller live crowd than normal. People aren't used to us
That's
being...
okay. That's why we got to do things different. Thanks to Comcast.
I think it's
on
bullshit,
Wednesday.
personally. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well,
we only have 44 live listeners right now.
Just relax. We just got on.
It's a damn disgrace.
No, it's not. Are you saying they're listening? Are
Thank
you
you,
saying they're disgraceful?
To the 44 people that tuned in.
To you 44 who are listening.
Even that local radio station has more people watching their stupid show than... and they're talking about a bridge.
Don't compare yourself.
They're talking about a bridge, and they have more viewers
no comparison.
than me. They're doing a whole show about a bridge.
Well,
wow. Tell me about this great toll bridge you built that used to be free. Let's talk about how great it is that you built a bridge and you're charging me $4 every time I drive.
The state now made you make a... The state said, you know what? We're not going to rebuild it.
Talk about propaganda. What a bunch of bullcrap. You said there, oh, this is a great deal. You only have to pay $3.50 each time you drive one way on it. Let's have a great radio show about this.
John, look at the mayor. I mean, he's like fired up for a Wednesday.
No, it's just a joke.
By the way,
the numbers are going to grow.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the numbers. I'm talking about... like
programming.
They put a crappy show out and they have more viewers right now than we do. And we're going to talk about some great stuff.
First, I want to talk about the fact that I had to get your coffee today. I was the coffee.
It doesn't taste nearly as good.
I can't guarantee that that cup was rinsed or that you have my cup or I have your cup.
You know, we used to do.
I'm totally confused.
Because Lindsay's gone. Lindsay's
not here, so we're a disaster.
Even Lindsay didn't even want to show up today. She's like, forget this.
What commitment?
All right, we got more viewers in the other place.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It just took a little bit of complaining. That's why you guys pay me so much as the leader of the...
We called like all our kids, make sure they all sign on to get it up and above.
Yeah, I got 4 computers at my house. All
You're
tuned in.
Why aren't they fired up?
Tune in, damn it. I got low self-esteem.
Well, we are over the hump at 50. Now we're 51 shows.
Thank God for chat. They're monitoring things, and they've corrected us that we now have more viewers.
Wow.
Thank God.
Look at them.
Dude, I'm going from now on. I'm going off the damn air from now on. Like, if we drop less than that other place,
we're not
I'm going off
that.
the air. We're doing a show about a bridge.
Finally, we figure out when this podcast is going to end. It's that day that
they're doing a show about a bridge, and they had more than we had. A bridge.
It was momentarily.
Let's have a show about a bridge. A toll bridge.
You always complain about the listenership early, and it always grows. Quickly.
I expect huge crowds.
First
right
of all,
off the bat.
It's a Wednesday. They're not used to Wednesday.
I don't care. They should be.
But
they should be standing by.
We appreciate that.
There was no LOCPOD yesterday. I'm going to tune in tomorrow for sure.
Very demanding.
No, I'm not demanding. They're doing a show about a bridge. And they had
what
more
are we
viewers.
doing a show about?
What's
nothing? We have nothing to talk about, basically.
We are the Seinfeld of podcasts.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a show about nothing.
It's worked so far. 50 episodes.
50. This is 51.
I agree. We did 50.
Tom,
what happens after 50?
I don't know. You know what? Erectile dysfunction, stuff like that. You know, flabby gut.
Downhill.
Flabby gut. It's all downhill. Like, dude, we gave them our best 50. If you're not married by 50, it's freaking all downhill.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Think about that, ladies. Catch them before they're 50. Yeah, like once they hit 50, it's all like
forget
ED, you know, flab. Like it's all downhill.
Awfully early for.
I agree.
50 seems young, right? Isn't 50 the new 30?
50 is the new. I'm going with that, John. 50 is the new 30. If only Lindsay was here to hear about it.
Think about that, John.
Her dad talk about ED.
God.
She's like, thank God I'm not here.
We dropped it. We dropped one viewer. It's Lindsay.
It was Lindsay.
Let's go back to this bridge thing, because Tom, this is bothering you. What is it about the bridge that they're talking about?
Because it's freaking propaganda. Like, we got screwed.
They're pro-bridge?
They're pro-bridge. Like, it's such a great deal. It's so invigorating to have this bridge built.
I'm glad it's
open. It's a toll bridge.
I'm glad it's open, but I'm totally pissed about how it went down.
For those of you that aren't aware of what we're talking about, we're like where we live in Northwest Indiana, we're like the redheaded stepchild of Indiana. And we vote Democrat in a Republican state. So every time they could stick it to us, they do. And a perfect example is when they built this bridge we call the Cline Avenue Bridge, which was always free. And it failed. Free. It failed about a decade ago.
Connected the steel mills to Chicago
and
to the interstate.
It was a shortcut to Chicago. It was used by 30,000 cars a day. And when this bridge failed 10 years ago, Mitch Daniels, who was governor, he is president of Purdue University now. He's a big Republican governor. Talked about running for president. He was actually a good governor. The Blade. I think he was a good governor. He was a good leader, actually. I don't agree with everything he did, but
fair enough.
One of the things he did that screwed us because we vote the wrong way up here, according to him, is fuck that bridge. You know, we're shutting it down and we're not rebuilding it. So for 10 years, we had a bridge that carried 30,000 semi-trucks and cars a day, and then there was no place for them to go. So they went into my city, they went into East Chicago, they went to Whiting, like semis driving down residential streets because the bridge that connected them to Chicago is gone.
And the governor said, no, No. We're not going to do it.
Screw you.
Yeah. Even though we have $2 billion in the bank and we're going to build the bridge for free over the Ohio River, we're not going to do the one up
with your money.
Right?
Yeah, we built a bridge already. It happens to be in southern Indiana, connecting Louisville to Indiana. But so what they did after 10 years of no bridge and just pounding our local infrastructure with semis and traffic that should be on that bridge, the state was so kind to us that they built a toll bridge.
They said, you know what? Just build a toll bridge up there.
Thank you, state, for loving us so much that I get to pay $4
$5
each time I drive a half a trip. I get to drive $5. Thank you so much, Indiana, for loving us so much. Let's do a damn radio show on it. Let's talk about what a great deal we're getting in Northwest Indiana with this toll bridge. Yeah. That's a good idea for a show. And they start off with more listeners. So, yeah, I'm coming in hot.
Man, you are.
I'm coming in hot.
I thought it was going to be a nice, hey, we're here. It's 51. It's a Wednesday.
Coming in hot.
It's hump day. It's Ash Wednesday.
That's the name of the show today, John.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot. We have 81 right now.
God, are you okay now?
Thank God.
Keep going because I think it's helping viewership.
Keep yelling. Keep that coffee going.
I just can't understand. Like, if you're going to do a show, you're like, what am I going to do a show about today? I'm going to do a show about a bridge, a toll bridge, actually.
Which is a tax on the working class.
And we'll tell everybody what a great deal you're getting because we built a toll bridge for you.
We love this new tax.
These aren't like wealthy communities that these are connecting, by the way, right? It's like, here you go. Take your bridge that, the $4 you might have for gas or groceries or for your kids. And every day, let's just pay it.
Yeah. Every day. What is it?
I think it's like $2.50 each way.
It's $3.50.
$3.50. Okay.
They're like, what a great deal! You're getting it for $1 now. Oh, thank you for scring us only for 1 month.
Well, they want you to get used to it.
Yeah, and then we'll stick it to you.
It was free.
Stick it where it counts.
Yeah, obviously, it's to me. I'm happy the bridge is back. It's just getting there was just a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah,
it was an absolute joke. I mean, the fact that the government made the bridge be built as a toll bridge. It's a joke.
It's if I run for governor, okay?
The preview.
If I run for governor, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say, Northwest Indiana, I'm going to take that bridge and
buy them out.
I'm going to take it by eminent domain. If the first day I become governor, I'm going to take that bridge by eminent domain.
It's expensive.
I don't care. And I'm going to make it a freeway. It's expensive for Indiana. It's money that should have been spent anyway. And I'm going to make it a freeway. That's my first plank when I run for governor.
Man, John, write this down. We have a plank.
I am. I'm going to take that bridge on day one. I'm coming in like freaking...
Coming in hot.
Like Mayor Daley to Meeksfield.
He's going to be as governor.
I'm coming in hot. And I'm taking that damn bridge, and I'm wiping out all the toll booths. I'm going to take a sledgehammer to the damn toll booths, and I will be cheered and carried out by the residents of Northwest Indiana.
Well, it's the 21st century, so don't have toll booths. We just have the cameras. You'll just bash the cameras
I will
down.
bash the freaking cameras with a sledgehammer. I will lay off everybody that's taking us and getting a job off of off of our tax money.
Yes.
And I will lay them off.
We'll find other jobs.
I will take that bridge, and people will carry me on their shoulders.
We won't just throw them to the side.
Isn't that what Biden said? They'll find other jobs.
We'll find other jobs.
Keystone Pipeline.
I like this campaign slogan, coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
And pissed.
Let's think of a theme song. Someone online will give us a good theme song for coming in hot.
That's my first plank. When I run, Governor McDermott will take the Cline Avenue Bridge by eminent domain. Mark it freaking down. First day.
Well,
eminent domain.
It'll resonate up here, but you need another plank for down in Rising Sun.
I'll take bridges all over the damn state.
Any of you private bridge
owners? Down there in southern Indiana, that bridge is too.
What if it's like a ferryman and he just wants to take somebody across the river?
I'm going to be freaking aggressive as governor. I'm coming in hot.
Wow.
What the hell is going on here?
There's a comment in the chat. I propose a comment in the chat.
Yeah.
Consider, maybe people are only watching to mock them. We enjoy your intellectual superiority and better topics.
Wow.
Consider that.
See, that tells us
that's a smart person.
We have high class intellectual listeners.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Because this is episode
totally
51,
classy. We should very classy listeners.
Now you're complimenting them. Earlier you're like, where are all of you?
Totally.
Now you're like, now that you're here.
Well, the smart people came in recently. We started off with
what about the people?
The other station.
For those of you that were on first,
you're smarter. Welcome to dumber people.
Thank God.
I think it's time to move to sponsorships because the mayor is just going to keep sticking his foot in his mouth.
I love all of our listeners.
Thank you.
By the way, some cool information. For those of you that are thinking about sponsoring LOCPOD, we had 13,000 individual downloads of our episodes.
Unique.
13,000 people
on Spotify and
that
Apple
downloaded
boom
left of center.
Thank you, John.
13,000. That's
crazy.
Badass.
It's crazy. It's great, by the way. And thank you for your sponsorships, and thank you for downloading and subscribing.
13,000.
Huge. 2/3 of that is from Belgium.
Belgium. We are Belgium's number one podcast.
We are trying to figure out who those people are, but we're going to get them. We're going to find them.
I love Belgium.
When
I become governor,
he's going to buy Belgium.
I'm going to have close ties.
I'm going to eminent domain Belgium.
Indiana and Belgium will have close ties.
Sister city.
Yes.
I love it.
Sister country.
Oh. Sister country
to Indiana
for those Belgians.
I'm just going to continue, because Belgium and we have a really unique relationship. Belgium and LOCPOD.
They do.
The McDermott administration and Belgium will be very close.
All right, ready?
I think Hogshead's going to open the door for me. Mayor Joe. Mayor Joe's down there watching out for LOCPOD. We appreciate you, Mayor Joe. You're one of the 13,000.
Thank you to our sponsors
that we love.
Oh no, Chad is turning towards an experience Tom had yesterday that he posted.
I can't wait to talk about this. I can't do the sponsors. We're coming back.
You guys,
do the sponsors, please. Focus here. Squirrel
intro show. Oh, never mind. 13,000.
Yes, did that already.
Where are we not doing Lindsay's part?
I know. We
Lindsay?
just talked about it. She's decided it was more important to go to school than to come here on the podcast.
Nursing school bumps us. What the hell is going on?
She said her education comes first.
I'm going to remember that when we go.
Switched it
when we go freaking big time, dude. I'm leaving her in the dust.
Well, she'll maybe be at a hospital.
When we go big time, she'll be in the hospital.
Happy.
And we'll be on big time. We'll be big time podcast.
I finally ditched my dad.
She's like,
thank God.
And she's sitting there blowing somebody's nose, and we're like big time podcasters.
She's
going to regret it. Lindsay, you will regret it. Turning your back on us on our first Wednesday show.
I'm back to theater and being a nurse.
Yeah. Anyway, I love Lindsay.
Yes, our sponsors.
She's my favorite daughter, without a doubt. Tortillas Nuevo Leon. Family owned since 1975, Tortillas Nuevo Leon has been a staple in the Mexican food industry for decades. Tortilla Nuevo Leon produces quality tortillas and crispy nacho chips locally and around the country. Just make a stop at your favorite grocery store and look for their popular red and white logo. For more information, check out their website at tortillasnuevoleon.com. I could handle a couple chips right now. I'm a little parched.
There's something about you today.
I know.
All right. Well, we'll get some breakfast. Beam Longest and Neff. BLN is an award-winning consulting firm with experience in all facets of infrastructure projects. Founded in 1945, BLN has provided decades of expertise as a consulting firm. Guided by third-generation leadership, the core group of BLN partners and associates strive to remain leaders within the consulting community. Our history and experience has helped us define a clear vision to work toward total client satisfaction. For more information, call BLN at 1-800-382-5206. That's Beam Longest and Neff. Thanks, BLN.
Ron Pestimer Insurance Agency has been located for decades right on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond, Indiana, serving all of your insurance needs. They specialize in a wide variety of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Pestimer Agency serves over 1,000 people and businesses all around the Chicagoland and Midwest area. Call Ron at 219-844-0103.
Latitude Commercial is a full-service commercial real estate brokerage and property management firm specializing in northern Indiana and the Chicago suburbs. Local tenants and national developers have benefited from Latitude's experience in the commercial real estate market. When you select Latitude Commercial, you get Chicagoland expertise with worldwide marketing and networking ability. Whether you're a developer looking to sell, a tenant looking to expand, an investor looking to purchase, or just an owner in need of property management services, Latitude can help. Contact Latitude at 219-864-0200 or at LatitudeCo, that's latitudeco.com, so they can get to work for you.
Misprint Printing with both Munster and Hammond locations. Rick Baltensberger and his team are there for absolutely all of your printing needs. He's responsive, he's fast, and he's good. Banners and signs of all sizes, from wrapping cars to business cards. No job is too big or too small. Call Rick or Teresa at 219-836-2517. And I have to say, that 4-foot card, man,
it
big
really
time.
Hit home.
Paid off with Marissa big time.
Thank you, Rick and Teresa and team.
It was a great evening. Thanks to you and
How did it pay off?
Don't get him going.
It was awesome.
Don't get him going, John.
I don't want to embarrass Marissa.
Thank you. Let's just leave it there.
Say the 4-footer.
All right, let's leave it there.
The 4-footer paid off in a big way for Tom McDermott.
I thought he almost was going to say the 4-incher, but
wow!
What the hell? Like,
let me just do this real quick. We're going to get off that
the
topic.
4-footer worked out great.
Not safe for work.
Don't forget to like and follow our podcast on Facebook, Left of Center Podcast on Twitter, which is at LOCPod, at LOCPOD, or on YouTube. Don't forget to like and share it.
What's the matter?
Also, subscribe to Spotify, YouTube, Apple Pod. Be one of our 13,000.
What do you watch on?
I do it on Apple Podcasts. John, how many kilohertz are we on?
We're like 740 at this point.
Thank you.
I think Lindsay's full of crap.
740 kilohertz. Well, she said she just keeps upping it.
Really? When she said it the first
getting
time,
faster
I was like,
and
really?
faster.
Like, we have kilohertz? Like, that's
John
cool.
says we're at 740 kilohertz.
You know what a
so
hertz
listen
is?
to us.
What's a hertz? What is a
I don't know the answer.
John,
It's
I
a
know.
It's the
measurement of
It's what?
It's the fidelity.
measurement of
What?
transmission.
No,
measurement of
frequency.
Frequency. There you go. Thank
That's
you.
right. Freaking.
Did you say transmission?
Yeah. Well,
What is this?
frequency?
A car?
is that
It's
an
called-
ohm? What's the difference between a hertz and an ohm?
Ohm is resistance.
Thank you.
He said
He's an electrician. Don't forget, mayor by day, electrician by night.
I used to.
A nuclear
I used to be able to
electrician.
fix stuff.
How about that? I just
When I-
threw that out. By
When
the
I
way.
fixed them, I know.
and you were like, "Oh, an ohm, that's
Yeah,
resistance."
I went through like 2 years. I mean, I was an electrician for 6
Don't
years.
trick
I better
him.
know that. I better know that stuff.
But just don't give it
In
away.
reality, I changed light bulbs.
I was going to say, don't give it
Yeah.
away because he's changing light bulbs.
So anyway,
Hey, there was something online that John. Go ahead, John. You intro it because I can't wait to rip him on this.
oh jeez.
we're all dug out today, but yesterday seems like it might have been a different story.
By the way, we weren't on the air yesterday because of a blizzard.
John
at
and
the
I were
Midwest.
here.
Really?
True.
Well, I could have come.
No.
Whatever, dude. I'm the only one who's voted this, so let's be honest.
John and I were
right?
here. We
I
dug
know.
out. We made it here. Our cars made it here just fine.
Red Stone.
I was on my way. What's my?
Tom, is your truck a 4x4? Let's get
It
into
is
this.
a 4x4. Thank you, Red, for caring so much about me and my safety, right? Instead of ripping me, Red, you're like, I could have been hurt. I could have gotten frostbite.
I don't
And he's
think
like,
so.
oh, I could see some making
Tell
fun.
us what happened.
I don't need to tell you. Why don't you tell him? the
You
big
put it
guy?
on Facebook.
Why don't you,
well,
I have a video.
oh,
Let me
yes.
pull this up here.
So
This is actually
while the
pretty
rest of
funny.
us were busy digging out yesterday and making sure our cars made it around town,
I dug out and then I went to
the
work.
mayor
Thank you.
decided he was going to get stuck.
No, I decided I'm going to check out like the road conditions. That's what mayors do.
And I give you, I'm okay with you getting stuck. The problem is what you did after.
Oh, are you playing the video?
I am playing the video.
Here you
Go ahead,
go.
walk
There is
through
the
it.
mayor's vehicle
Yeah,
in the snow.
stuck in the snow in like a 3. Ready to the rescue, hopefully. Oh shit! Hopefully he's not stuck. So don't feel like the Lone Ranger. I think I'm going to be pulling the Port Authority out here. So thankfully we have Anthony here watching over us, but we may have issues here. Anyway, talk to you later. So anyway,
Anyway, talk to you.
so
later.
Anyway,
there's one part of the city that's really deep. It's up by the data center, and we still have to have open roads to it just in case there's a fire or something, right? So I go to check it out. It's one of my areas. Like I want to make sure everything's clean and
Sure.
available for like quick response. So I get to the data center, and there's a car backing up out of this like what ultimately was a dead end. I didn't realize it, and he's backing up, and I'm like, I waited for him to back up, and he's like, "Can I back in front of you?" And then I got to go this way. I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." So he backs up, and then he drives the other way. So I pull into the lane where he was, and it's super deep, and I'm like, oh, I'm ripping people's ass when I see this. Like, what if a fire truck comes here, right? So I'm like, I put it in 4-wheel drive, and I'm like, like
that
go
work?
all the way down. It's like a half a mile long
All
street, right? And I get to the very end of the street, and there's like a 6-foot wall of snow. They just like piled it up and blocked the street, and I'm like screwed. I'm like,
security.
I pull all the way in, and I'm like, literally, I don't know, let's say a quarter to a half a mile in, and then I'm like, holy shit, like I can't go anywhere. Like there's no way I can get through this. They just like stopped and made a dead end of snow. So I'm like, okay,
Well, then what?
Looks like I'm backing out, right? So I'm in 4-wheel drive. I'm not worried about it. I'm backing out. I'm doing fine. And I see a cop sitting there. And I'm like, hey, Anthony, what's up? And he's like, hey, Mayor, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. Freaking dead end up there. He's like, oh, I should have told you. Sorry. I'm like, it's all right. And then I'm like, okay, I'll talk to you later. He's like, okay. And I'm like, I sat still. And then I sunk into the snow. And then I was stuck. I was literally, there was like a 4-foot snow drift.
most people don't have the ability to just call the Port Authority.
I didn't even sweat it because I was on Port Authority ground. So I'm like, don't worry about it. I'll get
Most of us have to dig ourselves out.
No, I wasn't worried about it. Most of us aren't driving in freaking like areas like I was driving in yesterday. Okay,
This was off limits to most people.
it would be crazy if you drove there. But I'm in a 4x4, and I know if I get stuck, I got people that could pull me. Right. By the way, I hear people bitch all the time. Not a plow has gone down my street yet.
That is so annoying to me. Like
Dude.
I can't participate in that discussion.
I know. Not a plow has gone down your street.
This
This is what it looks like.
ridiculous.
If a plow doesn't go down your street, there's
Right.
4 feet of freaking snow I got caught in.
The
That's a plow.
criticism that our public works folks, I'm talking about not
I know,
Hammond, I'm
I
talking
know.
about everywhere
I
in the
know,
country
I know,
right now.
I know.
Is so ridiculous.
It
It's
shows
like I'm
me.
going to get up and just.
Are you
bitch.
that person? Are you that person? Like, because I'm not. Like, if you're the kind of person when it snows in February in Chicago and you're
foot.
bitching,
Right.
you're like, It's snowing out, and I can't drive my Ford Festiva.
Where's the
my
the plows?
Ford Festiva is sliding all over the place. Like, it's
no
February.
offense to Ford Festiva owners.
It's Chicago. What the hell are you doing in a Ford Festiva in Chicago in February?
Even if that's all you can, maybe that's your car. That's fine. But don't complain about our public works people. They are working their tails off. And by the way, they're on the main roads. Just because your cul-de-sac or your side street isn't plowed yet, just deal with it.
Ford has just pulled their sponsorship of LOCPOD.
There goes our Ford sponsorship right before the auto show, too.
12,999 viewers now. Son of a bitch.
But I mean, right? I mean, that's got to drive you crazy as a mayor.
I have a whole category of people that bitch about snow. It's a whole, in my mind, if you're that person, it's not a very flattering picture in my mind. Because don't be that person. You're in Chicago. I grew up in California. I moved to Chicago. I understood when I moved to Chicago, it's going to goddamn snow in February.
You might get a little
We're
snow.
going to get some snow.
Yeah.
I went out and got a 4-wheel drive so I can get through the goddamn snow. And I still get stuck.
Even if you don't have a 4-wheel drive, even if you have a 2-wheel drive or you have an old car, you just got to deal with the fact that your street's eventually going to be plowed. And they are. And so are the alleys. Eventually.
What'd you put in this coffee?
260. Well,
is it tequila?
I don't know. No,
I'm
because that'd be you came in hot.
Really? No, I don't do that.
No, you came.
I'm too fat to be a cokehead, John. We already talked about this.
True. We've had
Dude, have you ever seen a cokehead as fat as I am? No. Thank you. All right.
Well, what about Farley?
Point
we
proven.
talked about this. Belushi, Farley.
Yeah. Where is Belushi and Farley?
They're dead.
Am I alive right now?
You are.
Then thank you very much.
And Farley was.
Well, they're good.
I'm proving my case. I'm proving my case left and right.
Done.
By the way, want to know who listens to LOCPOD?
Yes.
The governor.
Come on.
Get?
Maybe, or maybe his staff.
Somebody in
the State House.
Don't take this from Tom, Kevin.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Somebody,
listening.
Don't worry.
Thank
John.
you, Governor Eric. I love you, Governor Eric. I do. I think you're the best Republican governor we've had in a long time.
I would agree with that.
I like him. He's a normal person.
He's much better than Daniels.
Governor Holcomb.
Without a doubt.
I'm your friend. We're fellow squids, by the way. Enlisted squids.
That's cool.
He's my enlisted squid buddy, and he's the governor.
There's a bond.
There is a bond. There is. He wouldn't admit it around his Republican friends, but him and I have a connection.
It's like a secret sign. What's the secret squid sign?
It's like but like, now check this out. Governor Holcomb and I were in Portugal at the same time in the Navy.
Really?
Same time. Yeah.
What's the port in Portugal? Is it like Lisbon?
I pulled into Lisbon.
Wow.
He was stationed in Lisbon as an intelligence officer. I was there as just a squid getting drunk.
Wouldn't even know it. And little did you know you'd be mayor and he was going to be governor.
Incredible.
It's a true story.
Two Hoosiers.
We were in at the
hanging
same
out in
time.
Lisbon.
We were, and he was like, I was stationed in Lisbon my whole sea career, and I was like, I was in Lisbon for like a week period. We did a port call.
Cool?
There. Yeah, real cool.
I heard Portugal's really cool.
I didn't really like it that much.
Really?
Well, my whole trip started.
Wine.
I almost got hit by a train.
That doesn't start well.
And then I end up in a shitty neighborhood where the bars are. And then
Portugal.
I didn't really see the best side. There was probably way better places I could have gone, but I was dumb.
I heard it's great, and plus you got to speak Portuguese when you're there. So they're in Brazil.
Probably some. My 5 years of Spanish 1 started paying off a little bit.
In Portugal.
5 years of Spanish 1.
It translates.
I'm an expert at Spanish 1.
Portuguese and Spanish are close enough.
A little bit.
All right.
Un poquito, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, look at you.
That's right.
Show off.
5 years of Spanish 1.
You show off.
Dude, I could teach Spanish 1.
By the way,
I can't talk in Spanish, though.
But wait, don't lose track of this, because Governor Eric listens to the pod. Why do you think
God, I can't believe I forgot all about
this. Thank you.
This is the most important part.
You know what, John? The caboose, sometimes I just got to reel it back in.
Thank you, Kevin.
You're welcome.
Because every once in a while, the locomotive starts getting off track.
Oh, yeah.
Who
every
pulls
once
them on?
in a while?
Who pulls them on?
I tried. The caboose tries to.
Pulls me back.
Tries.
I appreciate it.
It's an attempt.
So anyway, the governor was listening when we gave him light criticism about
this was interesting.
Susan Bai and the passing of our former first lady in Indiana, and there was a little bit of a kerfuffle because Indiana hadn't been ordered to put our flags at half-mast, and I thought that was I thought it was disrespectful to the Bai family, to our former first lady. She lived in the governor's mansion for 8 years, married to Indiana senator for 12 years.
And a great first lady.
And a great first lady, 20 years of public service to the state of Indiana. I thought deserved better, and the governor came around, and I want to say thank you to Governor Eric Holcomb for doing the right thing and recognizing a great first lady of Indiana, Susan Bai, with flags at half-mast across the state of Indiana.
And deserved. I think that's on the 18th is the day that he said they were going to do it. So that's either today or
That's very nice of him.
Yeah. So
we appreciate him listening to LOCPOD, and we'd love to have you on a guest, Governor, and I would not cuss the whole show if you came on.
Wow, that'd be great to have him. I'd love to talk about COVID and the legislature trying to take his executive authority.
We're like defending him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
that's not a usual position.
Well, I think as an executive, you understand the importance of executive authority.
Plus, I'm going to have his job one day. So, like, if I'm going to have his job, I don't want them stripping all the power away before I get there.
Coming in hot.
I'm coming in. Cline Avenue Bridge. You're my freaking target.
Wow.
Like, bam.
He would be a good guest. He'd be a great guest.
Cline Avenue Bridge is going down by eminent domain from Governor Tom.
Reminds me of what a good guest we had with Senator Donnelly.
Yeah. Senator Donnelly would agree that needs to happen.
Yeah, well, he campaigned on it too. He said he wanted to make it free. Didn't happen.
Oh, by the way, I want to go through one thing.
Oh, here we go.
I want to throw out a compliment.
All right.
It doesn't happen very often.
Listen up, listeners.
Usually on LOCPOD we criticize and ridicule, but in this case,
that's your MO.
That's your MO. You're the one who gets me going there. So I talk all the time. Well, not all the time. It seems like on the air I talk a lot about employees of mine that mess up. Okay, firing guns into the air, right? Leaving stupid nooses around a firehouse because they're joking about go hang yourself. Not for racial. That's what they say, but obviously stupid shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
What else? I had
You're
another
in a
one.
Compliment.
Leaving the scene of an accident. I remember one of the plays that was on the paper, and I had to. So
you deal with some stuff.
Yeah, and I usually deal pretty harshly with it, and usually it's in the public limelight because if they're one of my employees, they don't realize that they're going to get thrown in the limelight when stuff goes down. So the other day during the blizzard, because I'm driving around looking at my city like a good mayor does, I come upon a lady that's just getting pushed out of being stuck. Like she wiped out off the side of Indianapolis Boulevard. She had like a Ford Festiva, real small lady. She had a kid in the back seat, and I see a dude out there, a couple guys out there pushing this car, and I was like, wow, it's freaking pouring snow. It's nasty out, and one of the guys that pushes runs after she gets loose. He runs across Indianapolis Boulevard. He ran across like a packed street to help push this lady out. It's one of my employees.
How nice!
And I'm like, he has no idea. I'm
good to see.
So I'm gonna recognize this employee. His name is Russell Gould, okay? Works for the Hammond Water Company. This guy gave up his car. He was in a warm car, driving a whole different direction, stopped his car on Indianapolis Boulevard, ran across 5 Points intersection, which is a massive intersection, left his car sitting there in the middle of the street to push this lady out of a snowbank.
Love stories like that.
I'm telling you, I was so proud of him. By the way, he's, I've had situations with this guy in the past where I was upset with him over a couple things, but he's a great employee. Don't get me wrong. So when I saw this, I was so proud.
He's in the positive column.
I was proud of him, obviously. Mm-hmm. I was proud to be his boss, and I want to blow it up. I called all of his bosses. When I got back in, I told him, this is what I saw. Your guy is outstanding. He should be publicly recognized.
Well, it's good to have people like that because it represents the city well. It's just like the flip of when you say when you do something stupid, you hurt the city.
Yeah. You do stupid crap. We're dealing with it in the paper. I'm talking about it on the air. I'm sure they don't like it. I'm telling you, Russ, if you're listening or when you listen, you're probably one of the 13. You're one of the 13,000 that downloaded Left of Center onto your Apple Pod.
Thank you, Russ.
Russ, I'm proud of you. You did a great job, and that looks good for you. Like down the road when you're putting in for promotions and stuff like that, when I see stuff like this, that's the kind of employee I want working for the city of Hammond. I want all of our 1,000 or so employees to have the same kind of attitude that Russ had. And when you see somebody that needs help, that's what we do.
Well, I think one of the things you always say, Mayor, is look, just because you're off the clock doesn't mean you're off the job.
That's right.
And you represent the city both when you're all the time at work and when you're off the job, you're there because people identify you with the city. Mm-hmm. And so when you're doing something, when you're not on the clock, remember, you represent the city.
I have emergency lights on my car, and part of the reason I do is because I find myself in these predicaments a lot where I'm helping people that are stranded and, But Russ, I was proud of you. I'm really happy. I called all your bosses. Good things are coming your way, buddy. Keep up the good work.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Good job, Russ.
Awesome. I noticed we have a visitor to the studio.
Someone just crashed this podcast.
I don't know if this is good for Tom, but
I have a feeling
my other boss just walked in. Hey, but what's up?
It's Lisa.
No.
Hey, Lisa. Why are you at the podcast?
Why are you coming? Sit on down. This is gonna be a little nerve-wracking.
Hi.
What's up?
It's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa from Bumble.
Oh my God, the viewership just jumped too.
Really? You got to come on more often.
What's up, guys?
What's up? Hey,
get to that microphone.
I'm in trouble.
Can you hear me now?
Did I forget something? What's up?
Hey,
Eva. For those of you that aren't aware, Eva is my longtime,
also known as
assistant,
Lisa,
my boss. She's my friend.
I'm just going to keep calling you Lisa.
She was my team mom when I coached baseball.
For keeping me anonymous because someone did not.
Oh no!
I appreciate you thanking me for that.
Did you get? I mean,
you gave her up.
Thanks, Mayor.
It was Kevin's fault. It was Kevin's fault.
Oh, she knows
Thank you
better.
for throwing me under the bus.
I didn't throw you under the bus. I said how
Totally
great you
under
are.
the
I said
bus.
tell me something. You know, did you realize we have 13,000 people that downloaded LOCPOD, Eva?
I mean, my friend request from Facebook kind of just skyrocketed.
You went through the roof?
And you're mad because of this?
She'd
Mayor,
like
you
to have her own choices.
Yes, you totally threw me under the bus.
What are you talking about?
You gave me up.
I would never throw you under the bus. You're my friend. I love you.
I'm just going to
I
keep
love you
calling
too,
you Lisa.
I know.
But
We're like
I
like
love
a
you,
we're
but
like
you
a
gave me
couple.
up. You gave me up.
You're like my work wife, right? So why would I would never be disloyal to my work wife, right?
I don't know.
Marissa loves you and she knows what's up, you know.
She just no. Now they can commiserate. You see, this is the difference.
Yes.
They can commiserate.
You know what's funny though?
He was like, now
I'm
I
getting
know
the
what
same kind of shit
you
right now.
go through.
When I get home,
Exactly,
it's the same kind of
exactly.
conversations I'm having with Eva right now.
She's looking down. She's not looking at
like,
you.
she's like, when I go to work, I'm like, hey, Eva,
That's
what's
the
up?
Marissa pounding of the
No,
foot.
yep.
So hold it.
Fill
So what
us in here. What's going on?
I'm trying to figure this out also, John. I don't
John.
understand.
Is this Lisa from Bumble?
So for the
Is
listener,
this the Lisa?
for those listeners that are just downloading, you may recall that Tom and
You may
I
recall.
were discussing a friend of ours' new use of Bumble.
Oh my God!
And it happened to be named Lisa.
We just hit triple digits, too.
Until Tom gave Lisa up.
Well,
and
the
said,
problem
it's
is-
real. You know what it really is?
Kevin
It's
still calls me
Eva.
Lisa.
Yes, I'm still.
But the
going
problem
Lisa.
is,
In the office, Kevin still refers
See?
me to Lisa.
Hello,
you guys,
Lisa.
Could you guys put yourself in my shoes? Okay, so I'm trying to protect your identity. So I was calling you Lisa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Lisa.
I actually know Lisas. So the problem is, as soon as I get off the air, but the real Lisas are pissed off at
But
me.
they're not. But you wouldn't be using their real name.
They
That's
were like
why it
not
was
happy.
Lisa.
The real Lisas were like, "What the hell are
So
you
you can
doing?
never have,
I'm
like,
not
a
on
fake
Bumble.
name?
I'm a married woman, and you're putting it out there. I'm on Bumble, and I'm like,
we
holy
didn't say
shit,
Lisas are on Bumble.
holy shit! I don't want Lisa, the real
No,
freaking
you
Lisa, to
said
get in
my
trouble."
friend. See, Mayor, he likes to screw words
I know he does.
around.
Yes,
I don't
embellish.
know. It's like, I don't know what you're
Absolutely,
talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
absolutely.
an elected
Selective
official.
memory.
High integrity elected official. Thank you very much.
I don't know. The memory.
It's like, don't
is-
put it out there that I lie. Man, I'm a freaking elected
Forgetful.
official.
Forgetful.
Really?
I think I have to
short-term
take
memory.
this.
Yes.
Short-term memory.
You have to take it
Absolutely.
from Lisa.
I'm going to talk to Dr. Mike about my short-term memory issues.
Well, he's on Bumble too.
Dr.
you
Mike,
swiped him yet? You've not seen it?
Dr. Mike yet.
you are swiping. I'm getting a
Left.
hold of Dr. Mike.
He's like, oh, left.
Don't you swipe right on Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike's.
I would
He's the
totally
best.
swapped right on
See,
Dr.
how can
Mike.
you not swipe
You
right?
wanna hook
on
up, so you
Dr.
do
Mike?
want to hook up with Dr. Mike. I knew it.
Oh
Who
no,
needs
Dr. Mike, I
Who
got one
needs
for you.
Bumble?
Yeah, right.
Dr. Mike is the last person you want to hook up with.
Dr. Mike, right? He's clean and wealthy,
We're
and
not
like,
saying
what's
he's
the
not
matter with
clean or
Dr.
wealthy.
Mike? He's
He's the
clean.
best.
He's wealthy. He's
I
a
love
doctor.
Dr. Mike.
Of course.
We
so
love-
swipe
we love
right.
Dr.
So
Mike.
swipe right.
By the way, Eva's getting a lot of love in chat right now.
Uh-oh.
Fanny
Thanks,
says,
guys.
"That's my sis."
Wow.
Yeah.
Lisa Marie, a real Lisa, says, "Hi, Eva."
Yeah, Lisa Marie wasn't offended.
Wait,
she was
was-
like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you were
Lisa-
offended.
Exactly.
She was
Is
not
Lisa
offended.
Marie on Bumble?
I know hundreds of Lisas, okay? And they
Okay.
were all pissed at me.
Hundreds.
They were all
Who
hundreds.
doesn't, John?
Lisas out there who are watching knows what's up, and they were pissed. They were like, "You're giving me up." Like, I think one of them actually had a secret Bumble, and they were like, "Dude,
Oh,
yeah."
maybe. See, now
were-
that okay,
I busted him
I'll
out.
give you that.
I busted him out.
Wow.
That could actually.
So I
have
had to
happened.
backtrack, and I wasn't trying to hurt my work wife. You know, I was.
Well, obviously she's not real happy.
I'm
Well,
a little upset. I'm
really?
coming in hot.
Let's
now.
air
I'm
these
coming in.
grievances.
See, it is coming
Lisa.
in
I'm
hot.
coming
It
in
is
hot.
coming in hot. That's the name of the episode for sure.
Oh, yes.
So hold it. Let me ask you a
Fuerte.
question then.
Okay.
Okay, did you get any action off it?
wait.
Absolutely.
That's the
Wait,
whole
wait,
purpose
wait,
of Bumble, right?
No,
That's
no.
the whole. I'm
We're
not saying
asking
action.
that.
I'm not talking action like.
I mean, not
I'm
that kind of
talking
action.
action.
All right, let me ask you:
But-
how many
I'm
Bumble? All
talking
right, how many
action.
Bumble dates have you had since signing
I'm
up?
not
for Bumble?
talking about.
I've
I don't
had
want to know
2 Bumble
intimate
dates.
details.
two
Bumble
Bumble
Since when?
dates.
Since when? Since when?
Wow.
We signed up Kevin Wynn. last
We
Wednesday.
signed up. Jana, I don't know if you're cool with this, Jana. Kevin is like the Bumble consultant.
Yeah, speaking of, there's a picture floating around.
Yeah, there is a picture
Oh.
floating around.
Of-
Could we see that
Let's
picture,
see.
John?
Yeah, let me throw this up here.
Could you please, John? Because I thought this was a funny picture, so I
at
archived
that.
it.
Wait, you
Kevin
took
and
this?
Eva
I did take
colluding
this.
with. Is that Kevin using Bumble?
Wait, I
Right?
can't see it
Kevin
yet.
is
I
more
haven't
excited
seen
about
this.
Bumble than Eva.
Well,
No, I'm not talking about women. Kevin's swiping guys left and right.
You know, like when things are off limits, you're like, oh, let me see that. 'cause I
but you're
can't
a
do
guy.
Bumble.
You're not supposed to swipe
Oh,
guys.
I look very.
You were more into it than Eva. She She's like half asleep, and Kevin's
I'm like, hold on, Eva. Let me
entranced.
swipe this guy.
Yeah, and then,
nope, this guy's no good for you.
Dude, it was weird when you started texting with one.
I have not done that.
Who are you talking to right here, Kevin, in Eva's
Probably
Bumble?
just some guy named,
Mike
or George.
Kevin is
or
really good. He's always telling me,
Carlos
he
or
has
somebody.
a great smile.
Kevin would be a great gay guy.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
I didn't say there was anything wrong with that. I'm pointing out a fact.
I was
think
trying to help a friend.
I find
Lisa.
it concerning. You're a little more interested than I think typical male should be. I think if I give the phone to John, like Bumble, he'd be like, "Yeah, it's a cool app. Here you go, Eva." Like I give it to Kevin, and Kevin's like, "Oh my god, that Mike!
He's
such
swipe?
a cutie."
What's super swipe? What's super swipe?
Like, you're a little too into it.
I find it very interesting.
Little too into it.
It's interesting.
I'm trying to help you out, man.
It's very interesting.
Little too into it.
I learned about Bumble from a guy I've known for 45 years.
You met a guy through Bumble?
No. And he was trying to set up his Bumble, so I helped him.
That was very nice of you.
Yes.
Does Jana realize you're such an expert at Bumble?
I have no idea. Hopefully
really?
not.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
She does now.
She doesn't listen. We already talked about this.
Hey, by the way, she's already had 2 dates, and they've been all right.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Nice guys.
I'm taking
Nice
credit
guys.
for the dates.
See?
I'm the one that busted Lisa out.
These are before you busted
No,
her out.
I
Yeah,
don't think
these are
so.
definitely
Thank you.
before the,
Okay, listen.
before the
Okay,
bust out.
so before I unveiled it to our 13,000 largely Belgian audience, right? When I busted out, I'm sure all of a sudden, like you noticed an
Did
increase.
Lisa
will
tell you
say-
she's going to Brussels next week?
If you marry,
Thank you for still calling
if you
me
marry a
Lisa.
Belgian guy, that's all me. You know that, right?
So what I will say is that during your podcast last week,
When you were revealed
when I was revealed
by the mayor,
that,
outed.
yes,
Lisa.
that
outed.
threw me right under the bus. I did have 6 new friend requests.
Wow.
On
Thank you.
Facebook.
But who knows? This could be
Were
people
they
she
cute?
doesn't want to be
Were they
friend
cute?
requests.
Were
That's
they cute?
probably true.
Were they
but
cute?
I think I deleted some of them.
You didn't swipe right on any of them?
They were
They're
no.
Facebook.
It's Facebook.
Were they
the
all
right
men?
app.
Were they all men?
On
Facebook.
Bumble, you can't search a user.
Really?
And Bumble is the woman's choice. She
Yeah.
gets to decide.
Really? Tell me more, Kevin.
Eva?
Lisa? It's so funny.
If there's a match,
Tell me more, Kevin.
if you swipe right, it says you've matched.
Really?
And
Then
it's
what
up
happens,
to her.
Kevin?
It's up to her.
Then what
And
happens
then
at that
Kevin
point?
throws me my
Then
phone.
I give her the phone, and I said, "Here you go. There's a match. See if you want to text him."
Did you get any pictures?
What kind of picture?
What kind of pictures are you getting? Let's
Like
delve
This is
into
a
it.
wholesome young lady here.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
But
Lisa's
not
not
everybody
just going
that
to-
listens to LOCPOD is wholesome either. And they
Well,
all
that's true. I mean, you asked her, "Did you get any action?" That was your question.
action meaning what are you thinking about?
I don't. Well,
I'm talking about action like
I think you were just trying to
friend
clarify what
requests,
you mean.
friend requests, increased dates.
Online action.
Dude, we have a massive audience of,
Well,
of
we want it
listeners
to be
here.
bigger, though. Don't make it sound like we
No,
have
we're not
enough.
satisfied. I want total domination of the LOCPOD market,
Total
right?
domination
Total domination, like,
of the.
Think about
podcast market.
There you go.
My man.
since Tom has mentioned Bumble on this show.
Yes.
This is not a lie. Bumble has went public.
Right.
That's right.
The
True.
CEO is a billionaire now.
That's right.
Eva's
can't she
getting
come
friend
on?
requests left and right. The
Right?
reach of LOCPOD is global.
How can we not
For
have
sure.
Bumble
It
as a
is.
sponsor?
For
Just
sure.
John,
I agree.
Send Bumble
This is bullshit.
the last couple episodes and say you need to be a sponsor.
We don't
100%.
understand. I don't understand. You're a publicly traded company, and we're just doing nothing but good here. I mean,
Wow.
up 80% since we announced them on this show.
Incredible.
80%.
I want to thank you, Note, from the new billionaire CEO.
Right.
So
You should
So
reach
do
out to
I.
Thank you,
So
LOCPOD.
does
So do you.
Lisa.
Yes.
Lisa.
Or you should send her one. Thank you,
Lisa.
Bumble.
Hey, why don't you just stay on the show since you're here? Are you done yelling at me yet? Or?
I'm done yelling.
Wait,
Yeah,
I want to
is
I'm not
this-
mad anymore.
You're not
Good.
mad. Okay.
One of the
All right,
things
cool.
you brought
'Cause-
with you in that photo, if you notice in that photo, and this is just a funny Lisa thing, and that is that she always carries tahini with her, which I thought was hilarious.
I saw that,
We show up at True. That was a picture from True where we pre-show sometimes. Great sponsor of our show. Hopefully they'll come back and sponsor us. And where the mayor usually has a Cobb salad. She has a Modelo waiting for her, thanks to the mayor because he's a nice boss and he's
That's right,
sitting out
that's
there.
right.
And she pulls out tahini, and we were like, "Wait a minute, you have
this a
tahini in
She
your
like-
in your purse?"
I
And
carry it around all
Tom
the
was
time.
like, "What do you got there?" So go tell us about your obsession with tahini.
I love tahini. It is
See how much
great
better
to
she says
have
it?
in
Tahini.
beer. Yes,
In
we
beer.
put it in
Tahini.
everything.
It's a light
We?
tea.
What do you mean we?
Well, me and my bestie, my work bestie, Eileen.
Oh.
I thought she was talking about me.
Tahini. It's like
She
What
said
is
my work
tahini?
bestie, and I'm like,
You do not like.
John,
you
she
do
said
what's
not like
Eileen.
tahini?
Tahine it's a seasoning, and you can put it on fruit. I love to have it in my beer, so that's why I carry it with me everywhere.
Because you have a lot of beer when you're out? Is that what the idea?
Yes, basically.
I need tahine with me because I know I'm going to be drinking beer.
I've noticed tahine on her work desk. What's going on there?
I
Must
mean,
be for the fruit, not
it's
the beer.
the fruit. It's the fruit, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. See, yeah. I like your look at your hat too, by the way.
That is nice.
It's a very wintry, and you braved the weather.
That was
I did.
the blizzard night.
That was an awful night to be traveling.
Is it true
all
it
the way
took you
from
an
up north.
hour to get you? Wow.
That Modelo has tahine in it.
It does. Can you see it?
No, I don't think so. You can't. Well, you can see the beer. You can't see.
Unless
it.
Tahine
Wait.
sponsors us, I think we should move on to the next issue here.
What do you got?
Because we're fucking losing visitors left and right.
Why?
Let's talk about
That's not true.
I'm just
You
messing.
just cussed.
Yes, you did.
Lindsay's not on the cuss counter. I
Eva
can drop
didn't
him
like
today.
that.
Michigan City firefighters. See about that?
I did.
This is
see
a
that.
bad month to be firefighter.
Just seems like they're up to crazy stuff.
You know, I'm going to read off what happened in Michigan City to the firefighters, and then we're going to speculate on what really happened. You guys ready for this?
Ready.
Okay. So Michigan City firefighters, they get off shift. Firefighters like to have parties sometimes when they get off shift. And keep in mind, they work 24-hour days, right? So they get off at like 7 a.m., right? And usually commence the party, 7 or 8, or I think they turn over at 7:30 if they do it like Hammond. But so anyway, in Michigan City, which is a city about 60 miles to our east, drinking party for Michigan City's firefighter became out of control, and 3 firefighters have been charged with crimes for their roles. So I'm just going to say DK, 51-year-old firefighter from Michigan City, faces felony counts of battery and strangulation. AS, another firefighter, is 24-year-old, faces misdemeanor counts of obscene performance and battery. And BK, 42-year-old firefighter, faces felony battery charges. Well, what happened, you may be asking yourself.
What happened? I was.
Thank you, Kevin. Mm-hmm. All this took place in November of 2020.
It's a while ago.
And by the way, it just became public. So what, December, January, February. 3 months later, it starts to come out about they found AS, the 24-year-old firefighter, trying to drive away at 12:22 p.m. from a house with a bloody hand. The homeowner.
It's never a good
right,
way
12:22.
to leave a house.
Keep in mind, this is like just after lunch, right? Homeowner says he tried to neutralize AS when he became out of control, and that AS performed a make-believe sex act on
What?
BK when he was passed out, and it's all on video. So BK's house, this guy gets wasted. He's like 12:20 in the afternoon.
That's early.
He's so drunk, he's passed out, okay? And then the 24-year-old firefighter performs a sex act on him, not a gesture, like
That seems kind of
like
strange.
dry humping or something along those lines, right?
You know that for a fact? Or you just
I was in the
guessing?
Navy, and I work with firefighters.
Gotcha.
I know what's up.
All
okay?
right, all right.
So, like, let's just assume he's dry humping the passed out firefighter, and it's on video.
I don't know if I want to think about this.
What
but
else is
okay.
he doing? Like, come on.
I don't know. I agree. Okay,
You're
let's just
performing
assume
a sex
that.
act,
Let's assume
a
that.
make-believe sex act. What are you
Sure.
doing, right?
I don't know.
So, well, let's just say it's dry humping.
Fair enough.
He's dry humping his passed out firefighter
All right.
friend.
Yes.
At 12:22 p.m. and they're all wasted.
Afternoon.
And it's on video. Like, ha ha! Look at me! I'm dry humping my buddy,
We
right?
hit triple digits. It must have been you mentioned dry humping.
So anyway, the victim of the dry humping wakes up, 51-year-old.
The victim.
The homeowner, the victim of the dry humping wakes
Probably
up,
not happy.
sees the video of him getting dry humped, right?
Mm-hmm.
And proceeds to kick the other firefighter's ass.
That's why he ended up leaving with a bloody hand.
So the other firefighter says, I got to leave now because I'm getting my ass kicked and my hand's all bloody. So he leaves. And
At
Michigan
noon.
That's not
at noon. This is noon.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen the rest of the day?
Jesus, right? Freaking noon. I want to party with
by
these
8
guys.
p.m. he's in a ditch. I mean,
Right? So at noon, the cops, Michigan City cops show up and they're like, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah,
like,
hey, what's
these
up at noon?
firefighters are wasted. One of them just got dry humped on the bed. The other guy's leaving with a bloody hand, right?
the victim.
It's the victim of the dry humping, has a video. Cops see everything. They arrest everybody and charge them all with crimes. Okay? Then the deputy chief and the fire chief get fired.
Wow.
As a mayor,
So,
what does that
I
tell
already-
you?
as soon as I saw this-
You sound like you look like Sherlock Holmes right now.
I already know.
What
As soon
did
as
you
I saw
deduce?
that, as soon as I
Dr.
saw
Holmes?
that, I'm going to leave this up to you guys. What happened? Okay? What happened in here? Because I know.
Put
As
the
soon as I
pieces
saw
together.
this, I'm like, I know what happened. Because I'm a mayor and I think like a mayor and I know firefighters and I've seen dry humping happen, in other situations. I was in the Navy for 6 years. I was partying with people like this. I know the whole story. That's all I had to
Your
read.
knowledge of dry humping.
Yeah.
Joking.
So-
Joking about dry humping.
So why I gave you all the clues you need.
You did.
I did.
This is why
it was like what is those?
You're the locomotive.
It's like the Hardy Boys. This is like the Hardy Boys.
Clue, playing Clue.
This is like the Hardy Boys. I gave you guys all the facts.
Like
now tell me what happened.
Identified who did
tell me
this.
what happened, Eva. Do you have any? I'm going to go to Kevin last
It's
because
a whodunit.
This is a whodunit. So what happened here?
Like, why did they get fired?
Sure.
John's like, wait a minute, let me think about this.
Anybody?
I have no clue.
Kevin? Let's speculate. What happened with this?
Tell us.
Like, why did everybody get
Tell
fired?
us, Kevin.
It sounds like if you think about it this way, the only person that could fire the chief would be somebody above the chief, which would be the mayor.
Kevin is heading down the right path. Is there anything coming from the comments? We have a pretty smart audience.
Which means the mayor was pissed about something.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to go with.
I love it. This is a good lesson for firefighters across the land, particularly firefighters in Hammond.
Well,
no, I'm talking about fire chiefs in Hammond. Listen up, fire chiefs in Hammond. I know what happened in this.
Marcus from chat says because they were there.
Oh.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I wasn't there.
The chief.
No,
was there?
no. He's saying
He's
that
saying
chief.
the chief.
Oh.
And the
That's why they got
deputy
fired.
chief.
I'm going to go with no.
No,
I'm going to say
think
no
they were
on
there.
that too. It could be. I don't know for a fact.
That's a good
I'm
guess.
speculating.
That is a
Very
really
good
good
guess.
Maybe
That's
he
it.
didn't tell the mayor.
Oh. Eva's been
Who
around
didn't
City
tell the
Hall
mayor?
long
Who
enough.
didn't tell the mayor?
The chief.
The
And the
chief didn't tell the
deputy
mayor. So what does that mean? I think Eva's onto something here. So what? So I mentioned this happened in November of 2020, right?
That was a good. See, that was
a
a
good
giveaway.
clue.
That was a clue.
And it's just coming out now, 3 months later. So what happened?
The mayor didn't know.
The mayor had
Mayor
no
didn't find
idea.
out, which means what? The chief and the deputy chief knew because they both got fired. And then
How
what?
could they not know though if they got arrested? Wouldn't that have been out? I mean,
You would think, right?
You would think. I'm
So
curious
like
about this.
So basically, in my opinion, this is total speculation. What happened is everybody knew about it. The firefighters knew about it. The deputy chief knew about it. The fire chief knew about it, and they covered the whole thing up.
that, or maybe the victim was so mad that he got to the mayor.
Mm-hmm. Well, once
Maybe
the mayor
the victim
find
will
out,
be the new fire chief.
because the worst thing for a mayor,
It'd be a bad ending.
the one that was the 24-year-old that was dry humping.
No.
That would be a weird
victim.
thing.
The victim of the dry humping
50
is
the
elevated
victim.
now.
But he's still wasted at 12:20 in the afternoon.
That's a problem.
and getting dry humped. He's so wasted, he's getting dry humped, right?
If you're wasted and getting dry humped at 12:20, I
You're not
can't
gonna-
trust you as my chief.
You're not chief material. Like, you know,
Don't get
12:20
dry
getting dry humped.
John,
I don't know.
this episode took a turn.
Hypothetical. If you got drunk enough to pass out and then
12:20.
you woke at noon and you
Okay.
woke up and realized one of us dry humped you.
Yeah, I'd be salty.
Would you,
I'd start
or
throwing punches.
would you laugh? I mean,
I would laugh with you guys.
I'm not sure I would fight someone to give him a bloody hand.
Well, he was
I-
probably embarrassed.
Who
Yeah,
had
well,
the
yeah.
bloody
I guess
hand?
it just depends, right? Because
The bloody hand's
somebody
the
you don't
guy-
like.
the
But if it was
perpetrator.
one of us,
Got it.
we would probably
True,
laugh.
true. They may not have been friends.
Yeah, we're tighter. You guys
Right.
could dry hump me, and I wouldn't punch you.
I'm not doing that. Just so everybody knows.
I'm just saying. I'm throwing it
Just
out
so all
there.
of our
If you
13,000
did-
people that are
if you did,
downloading.
if you dry humped me, I
thank
would
you.
not. If I was
Thank
passed
you.
out, I would not throw punches.
please
means
don't
a lot,
making fun
Tom.
of me because he's making fun of me because I'm helping you on Bumble, and look at what he's doing.
I'm
He's
sort of
like,
worried about
Go
you.
ahead,
That's why I'm throwing
go
it out
ahead,
there.
dry hump me.
He was kind of humping.
He's
I
like,
don't know where
Kevin
this
would
went.
be a great gay guy. Dry hump me, guys.
I didn't ask him to, for the record. I'm just saying, if he did, I would
If
not
he
punch
chose
him.
to, I would not leave the house with a bloody hand at
Kevin,
noon.
it would take a lot for me to punch Kevin.
Thank
so,
you. I appreciate
yes,
that.
I would.
Well,
You could dry hump.
You
me.
don't have to worry.
I wouldn't be happy about it.
Well, the answer is I wouldn't be doing that, so you don't have to worry.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yes,
Thank you,
no
Kevin.
problem.
Selena says this episode went way left. Of center.
Yeah, we're off the rails. Off the rails.
I like this question that came up online. What's up with Maritime Sweater? Wait,
Josh Huddleston.
Councilman, I can tell you
This is a great
from
sweater.
knowledge, this is one of the mayor's faves.
Yeah, I only get to wear it like
He wears this in the winter.
couple-
This and his navy. The navy
Yeah,
blue one.
the blue one.
And, and
badass
this one.
sweater.
Loves his cable
This
net.
sweater costs more than Kevin's car.
I'm
just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just
my
kidding. It
Ford
did not cost
my Ford Fiesta.
Yeah, it did not cost more than Kevin's car.
Balenciaga.
Balenciaga cable knit.
No, it's Brooks Brothers. Thank you. It's a badass sweater. I got it half off.
He is a huge fan of this sweater in the winter. So.
That's right, and I take shit
Don't-
for it every
don't-
time I wear it.
But you like it.
I do every time I wear it. Somebody gives
You
me
don't
shit.
care. I agree.
love this freaking sweater and my orange shirt underneath it. That's
Leukemia?
right. That's right.
Yep.
So
Still
eat that, boys.
All right, there you
know what I'm
go.
saying?
Last time we made fun of what he's wearing, it was like a leukemia color. So
That's right. You were giving me crap. I'm wearing.
I was
it.
not. The listeners
you
are.
were. You
the
were.
ones that you say
It was you.
signed on too early.
That's right, man. That's right. So a bad time to be a firefighter, it appears.
Well, it's also cold out, so if there's a fire right now, it's rough business.
Have you ever been drunk at 12:22 in the afternoon?
Probably college,
Like that drunk?
like a college game day, like
Yeah,
football
true story.
game or
How about
Notre Dame game.
on like a normal
or-
work day? This is like a Monday.
Not on. It's been a long time since I've
When
been.
did you start drinking? If you're passed out at
7
noon?
a.m. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
seriously.
That's what
Oh, you know what?
I know.
Maybe.
Firefighters well. They get off and
Now don't generalize.
I'm not generalizing.
Don't
I'm
generalize.
saying a lot of them like to hit the bar right
not a
after they get
lot,
off.
even not a
A
lot.
large majority.
No,
A small minority. A
A
sizable
few
minority.
a few young single
si-
firefighters.
A
How about that?
sizable minority of firefighters.
This
Okay.
is live legal disclaimer. This is
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, right.
He just keeps
Keep
interrupting.
backing it up.
This is why we bought insurance for LOCPOD. This is a perfect example
Bring
of
back
why.
the locomotive.
But okay, like there is a percentage of firefighters. How about that?
Small percentage.
Decent size
Very small
percentage. They
percentage.
like to go out after their shift and they get off at 7. So like for them, like if you got off work at 7 p.m. and you hung out for 3 or 4 hours at a bar and you were wasted at 11 p.m., people look at you and say, "Oh, you had a good time tonight, right?"
Mm-hmm.
If you get off at 7 a.m. and you have drinks for a few hours, like firefighters do, and they see you drunk at 11 p.m., they send you alcohol.
But you know what? They've been working for 24 hours. They
But,
might have had a
that's what I'm
tough
saying.
shift, might have had a stressful shift. You don't know what they've experienced. They might have had a terrible accident on the highway, a fire, and maybe they just want to let it off a little bit, let the steam off. Which, by the way,
So you're excusing the guy that's dry humping too, then?
no,
right?
I'm not. I'm not excusing the dry humping. I'm
Okay.
just saying sometimes after work you need a drink,
And then-
and if your job ends at 7 a.m., that's the time to grab a drink. That's why, like the mill, like guys that work third shift on the mill, all these bars around the region used to be open at 7 a.m. because they'd come off a shift
I
and
think
go
that was
for a drink.
going to be my next question is
Right?
what's open at
There's
7
bars.
A lot
There
of
are bars.
We have bars in
That's
Hammond open that early.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
do. For
Near
that
the
very
mill?
reason. For shifts.
Bars near the mill?
Oh, there's bars in Hammond
Without
that
a
open
doubt.
that early.
Without
I
a
mean,
doubt.
I see firefighters, cars.
Oh, here
Sizable
you go
minority.
again. There you go again. Why are you ripping the firefighters?
I do. I'm a good mayor. I'm driving
want-
around looking stuff all the time.
I want our firefighters to know that I know that it's just a small percentage once in a while.
It's a decent percentage. Sorry, Michael.
Your house doesn't
Sorry,
catch
Smitty.
fire today.
Like, yeah. Hey, I got another update on a story we've been monitoring.
Let's go.
Cash Lee Kelly.
Yes.
We have an update.
The insurrectionist.
Could you give us a background on it and I'll update?
Cash Lee Kelly is a gentleman that at least now lives in Hammond. He was indicted as a Latin King. I think it was the Latin Kings. I don't want
It was.
to name the wrong gang.
It was.
Federal drug crimes, I believe. He did say that he, I think over time, tried to put that gang life behind him and create a new persona, which
I think he did. I mean,
think
it's
he
fairly
did. Yeah,
successfully
yeah.
put the gang life behind him, and then he joined a different gang.
But he did get indicted because of his past.
He joined a different gang called Trump.
That's true.
Much worse than the Latin Kings, in my opinion.
The maggots.
Wow.
The MAGA. I'm sorry.
The MAGA party. The MAGA party.
And went to the Capitol and decided he wanted to be an insurrectionist and posted online. And little
Inside the
did he
Capitol?
remember, he was out on a pretrial release
Whoops.
from his federal indictment.
There was a video of him scaling the wall. There was a video of him inside the Capitol, which is a felony. Thank you.
Yes, or at
And
least
you're
a
out on
misdemeanor.
bond, awaiting sentencing on federal charges because you were a Latin King drug
That's a no. He
distributor.
also was brought before the. He was also brought by the Porter County Republican Party as a speaker.
And grooming him for a run for political office. A guy who lives in Hammond. So this guy, by the way, humongous presence, even more than LOCPOD.
Oh,
we
way
have
more.
13,000. He had
Like 30,000.
dude. I was
Crazy.
like, well, who is this guy? Like,
Well, he's
he lives in Hammond.
Just goes to show you if you're a Trumper, you might get a big social media following.
He does not live in Hammond anymore.
I believe now he's in the penitentiary.
He
Federal
might
prison.
be. He might be in Hammond Penitentiary actually. But so basically, he was facing sentencing. Pictures. Remain in custody until February 11th for sentencing on drug trafficking charges. He has 2 misdemeanor charges against him for trespassing on the U.S. Senate and House grounds. Each of them carry a 1-year sentence. Cash has been in prison since the magistrate revoked his pretrial bond.
Yeah, in jail.
After being charged, Kelly has been free for 4 years awaiting sentencing. Well, sentencing took place. Judge Simon, what's Judge Simon's first name?
Philip P.
Judge Philip Simon imposed a 4-year sentence on Cash.
He did.
4-year sentence federally
85%.
means 85%.
So
he's
whatever
doing
85%
3+.
of 48 is.
Which is actually a better deal than I thought he'd get. He was looking at doing a decade.
Yeah,
So-
I'm sure the fact that he's kind of changed his life around between the time this was all going down and indictment, I'm sure helped him. I'm sure there were some mitigating factors there. And, I don't know. The question I have, I guess, is did the sentence for what happened at the Capitol riot get dealt with on this sentence, or is he going to have to deal with that later? And did they run concurrent or
I don't know.
consecutive? I don't know the answer to that.
Do you have to? You don't have to get sentenced in D.C. for something like that, do you?
I guess it just depends where the charge came in.
It came in from D.C.
Well, then he probably needs to be sentenced there.
So he's going to have. So
unless it got transferred, maybe it got consolidated or transferred.
He's doing 3+ here, so we don't know for sure on that. But he's doing 3+ on this charge, on the sentencing he just got, and he may be facing misdemeanor charges, federal though, right?
Yeah,
from D.C.
It's federal
for
trespassing.
trespassing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a misdemeanor or felony, but he's going to have to deal with it.
So if I run for mayor again, it's safe to say Cash won't be running against me.
Well, no, I don't think now that he's got a felony, he can. I would think he's out of the running.
We're in the clear, Eva.
But maybe he'll go back to Porter County and be a speaker at the Republican at the county Republican.
Maybe they're
Party
grooming him for office
out in Valpo.
Right.
Yeah,
So
Redstone, look out.
That's right, Red. He's coming at you, coming in hot.
Yeah, well, that's that.
And then one last subject I want
right.
to get to. I want Eva's opinion on this.
Lisa,
Eva,
Thank you, Kevin.
does Kevin look like he's hungry?
what?
I heard something interesting the other day.
Oh, don't go here.
I think
I
I'm
am going
hungry
there.
too.
Kevin looks.
John,
John,
he's hungry.
he's parched, right, John?
Mm-hmm.
He looks a little famished. Yeah.
He's
You gotta go here.
Yeah,
pale
I'm going
skin.
here. I'm going here. Kevin's on a new
All right.
diet, and
It's not a diet.
it's a freaking.
It's a
funny as hell
lifestyle.
to me. It's a lifestyle, right? Wait, it's a Bumble lifestyle. Did you learn this on Bumble?
Are you in
Super
keto
swipe.
or something?
No, intermittent fasting.
Really?
Ah.
So basically, there's a certain period of daylight, so to speak,
Yes.
where you could just eat anything you want.
Well,
And there's a certain period.
That's, I think, my problem with it.
Yeah,
As you can
I
see, it's
saw
not
it.
working
He's
too
eating
well.
like cake and freaking like pounding beers and like he's like, I could do this,
16 hours off
right?
of eating,
and then 8 hours of just mowing.
Well,
right?
unfortunately, that's my problem with this.
I agree. You're gonna put weight on doing this stupid.
There's a countdown.
I can't
for
say
his.
it's been working great, but it's like 8 hours. Like you can eat during that 8 hour period, and then 16 hours off.
Really?
Yeah.
How's it working out for you, there, big guy?
I would just say let's just say you're treading water. Is that a good way to say it? I'm just treading water a little bit. It's interesting. I would love to hear Dr. Mike and what his take on this. I get actually a friend of ours in Seattle that Tom and I know was the one who said he's a doctor and he's out there, and he was like, I'm trying this. And he lost 50 pounds. He's also a big cyclist, though. So he's active.
And he's outside right now.
He
still.
is. So he's.
I lose
but he
weight.
lost 50 pounds.
I lose weight when I'm on my cycle.
I'm
How
not
long
trying
have
to
you
lose
been
50
doing it?
pounds. A couple weeks. I haven't been very successful at it yet. I mean, getting there.
Dude, I saw you at True the other day. You were killing. You were like, you didn't look like
The
a
waiter
guy on
said,
a
the waiter said, man, you got rid of that pretty quick. I said,
I know, you ate the whole damn thing. I can never finish
it
the whole
was,
thing.
the Cobb salad was gone.
Oh
quickly.
no, another Cobb salad.
Yes.
Dude, he
controversy?
killed it. Like I can, I'm a big boy. I could eat. Okay, and when you put that Cobb salad in front of me, if I get it 75% of the way done, I'm like, damn, I chowed today, right?
I was hungry.
Kevin was gone in like
It was during
freaking
my 8
10
hours.
minutes. Yeah, dude. then he
big
ordered.
Cobb
Then he
salad.
ordered like banana cream, and he ordered like a
Yeah.
couple drinks. It's
Give me the
like
banana cream pie.
I'm not sure about this diet you're on there, Kevin. Like,
not a
I'll be
diet.
honest with you.
It's a
You may be
lifestyle.
starving for 16 hours, but you make up
It's a
for it. In the
lifestyle.
I think
you know?
Eva's trying to do it.
I
Is
am,
he? You
I'm
are?
doing it as well.
Tell me
2
about
to
it.
My
1 here.
hour.
I can tell you looking
12
great.
to 6.
You're looking
Oh.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
12 to 6 is
I
when
work
you
out
eat.
every day too, though.
Do you?
Yeah, you.
How do you
Well,
work
she's
out?
on Bumble. She's the new single life.
If I was on Bumble, I just let myself go to hell because I'm not on Bumble.
Here I am, my cable knit sweater.
That's right.
Come and get me.
Marissa loves this sweater. She loves my gut.
I like it too. There's just some that don't.
I agree. Marissa loves my sweater and my gut.
Get me.
She can't keep her hands off.
Come on,
this,
Bumble.
this blob.
It's
She
the
loves
dad-
it.
It was a card. It was a
Isn't the
4-foot
dad bod
card.
a
That's
thing?
right. The
The
4-footer.
dad bod is a thing.
I gave her the 4-footer. I heard that about me before.
Is the dad bod a
Chase
thing?
told me that. I have a dad bod. I thought it was a compliment.
It's
I think
it's
it
in
is.
right now.
Really?
I should start a poll real
Eva,
quick.
Lisa
I-
says yes.
Dude,
I
I
have
am.
to agree.
You like it?
You like
the
dad bods,
bods.
Lisa?
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Hey, Eva. Marissa's
like-
listening. You know?
Sorry, Marissa.
Yeah, Marissa is listening. You know, she's gonna be
Be
jealous.
careful. She
don't
moved her
blame you,
chair
bud.
closer.
I don't blame her. You know, it'd be hard working with this
Yeah,
every
every
day.
day.
Every day.
It's hard to resist.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it was nice having Lisa on.
Thanks
yeah.
for inviting me.
By the way, I've been with Eva for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Very long
We
time.
met in baseball, and
Yeah.
she keeps my life straight, which is very nice. My work life.
She is the best.
I bounce between
Thank God you
women,
have-
strong
thank
women
God you
that
have
take care of
Eva.
me. I have Eva taking care of me during the workday, and I have Marissa taking care of me at night, and
You're covered.
yeah, and then I take care of the residents of Hammond. It all works very well.
Look at that.
I know it does.
Sometimes I get stuck in the snow, but it's all good.
If he ever got rid of me, he'd have to
Oh.
get somebody that
know-
has tough skin.
Yeah.
You know
I
way
agree
too much
with
shit
that.
about me to get rid of you.
Tough skin.
Like, if I got rid of Eva, I'd be getting
Deals
sued
with
like
your bad
2 days
memory.
later. And like, all these bad newspaper articles just start coming out.
Eva!
I would know it's you.
She's like, that's what you get for
Lisa!
giving me. Yeah, that's what you
Lisa!
get for giving me up on Bumble.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be with me forever, Eva. I'll be honest with you.
Here's my question. When we hit triple digits this show, viewership, was it because, one, we have Lisa on here who's single and ready to mingle on Bumble?
This looks like a...
or two, Tom in his cable knit sweater talking about dry humping.
Good question.
Why do you think
I wasn't dry humping for the record.
Or three, insulting all our listeners early on to make them listen.
Saying firemen all drink.
All firemen drink. Yeah, I'm throwing generalizations around.
By the way, the poll right now is crazy. Do you like dad bods? Yes or no? 76% yes.
That's right, baby. Do you like cable knit
dad
bods and cable knit sweaters? Because if so, I am your
76% no.
I am your guy. So, Eva, you're going to have to come back on one day.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything.
Bring you and your tahine. No, we're good. We don't want to. We want to keep her for next time.
So hold it. What's your handle? Your Bumble handle?
Eva.
Do you have a handle?
Now I'm Eva.
It's just Eva?
Yes.
Oh, you don't put last names or anything?
No.
Wait,
really?
You can search
for...
you
can find
no, you
know,
can't
if it's
search.
A creep?
There's no searching.
What if I wanted to find Eva?
Searching.
Really?
You just see like
it's random.
a picture and
I can't be like Eva/Lisa?
You got one. You got
pop up.
You got a couple seconds. Make a decision. Eva,
couple
yes
seconds?
or no?
Dude, you know
you
a
could
lot.
sit there and
It's
look
crazy,
at it if
dude.
you want.
It's crazy how
let's
much
keep
you know
moving.
about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much you know about this.
It's intriguing.
Kevin loves when we get matched. It's like every person you swipe though to the right, we match.
I have
with
good.
that person.
See, I know what's good for Eva.
Isn't it weird that when you match, it goes to Kevin's phone first? Eva, we got a match.
I'm like, Eva, get on your phone right now.
Eva, she's like, Kevin, I'm busy at work. Eva, you got a match. Like, we got to respond quickly.
Right.
So the way this works
you have
is
24 hours to respond to the.
That's right.
To your match.
So if a man is on Bumble and you pop up on his app, the app,
yes,
and he swipes, I want action.
Yeah. No. He swipes right.
action.
Like I like you. I think you're cute or whatever.
That doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
Eva,
correct.
Lisa,
that's correct.
Okay.
So it's like, for example, let's say he swipes right, so that, and then if she swipes left, it's over. It's
over.
over. That's why it's amazing to me. You could be like accidentally like not swiping your husband and your next husband or your next boyfriend. It's crazy.
Or Kevin's next husband.
And is there anything wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, you're like very involved in this. Like you're scouting too.
He's invested in this for sure.
He's like, Eva, text that contact to me, please.
I just want to see how this goes down. It's very interesting.
It's almost like Kevin can sow some wild oats through the guise of I'm just helping
projecting.
Lisa.
Projecting.
Like, all right, let me smell your breath.
Called projection.
He's like, Jana, honestly, I'm just helping Eva.
Ask Amy what's wrong with me. Like, what is this? He's just projecting, John. All right, episode. Boy. Hey, thanks for a Wednesday show.
I agree. It was a good Wednesday show. Thanks for everybody for tuning in on Wednesday. We had a great audience, great show. Thanks to Eva for coming in hot. It was good to see you, Lisa. Kevin Smith, always great co-host. We were featuring Eva today, right?
Yes, we were.
Because Lindsay's not here, so featuring Eva.
Don't even say her name.
No, that's it, Lindsay.
School's
that's
important. Leave Lindsay alone.
To John, the great producer. We're doing a great job. 13,000 of you love us.
Boom.
Keep subscribing.
Number one podcast in Belgium. I mean,
keep subscribing. Keep subscribing.
Yeah. Keep subscribing, rating, reviewing, all that stuff. And thank you for watching LOCPOD. We'll see you on Friday for our normal show. Take care, everybody.
Bye, guys.